Okay, friends, welcome to day 3 of the 4-day marketing masterclass. Today, we're going to talk about the most common mindset block that keeps so many photographers stuck and how to get past it so that you can actually move forward in your business. But first, let's just quickly recap what we've learned so far. So, you know now that marketing is just a fancy word for communication, and that as photographers, we communicate with our work and our words. You've identified which of those areas you need the most help with. And friends, this is huge because now that you know what the problem is, you can work towards solving it. And we're going to get into that more tomorrow when we talk about marketing solutions. Okay, you also know all about traditional marketing funnels, and you know why I do not recommend them as a marketing model for photographers. Instead, you've learned about the flywheel approach to modern marketing and how using the flywheel method frees up your time, nurtures your clients, onboards your clients by answering their questions, and it even makes sales for you. All while boosting your SEO, increasing your social media ranking, improving your email open rates, and increasing your visibility for like years. And once you get this set up and running, the content you're going to create will continue to work for you. So you can finally get out of that hamster wheel of feeling like you have to create new content, post to Instagram every day. You don't have to do that when you're using the flywheel approach, which is why I love it and use it and teach it. Now, I also gave you some ideas on how to get started creating this kind of client-centered marketing materials for you in your business. So you've learned a lot in just 2 days. So nice work. Oh, and to everybody who has taken the time to send me a DM or an email letting me know how much you're enjoying the content, I just want to give you a shout out because I really appreciate hearing that. Thank you. Okay, so now it's time to shift our focus and start talking about mindset, and specifically the most common mindset block that, like I said, keeps a lot of photographers stuck, especially at this stage in the game. You see, you are here, right? So a part of you knows that you need the skill, you need to learn how to market your business, right? It is important and you want to do it well. But your brain might be whispering something like, oh, this is never going to work for me, or my town is too small and no one here is going to pay me what I'm worth, or maybe my city's actually too big and there's too many other photographers, too much competition, that sort of thing. Maybe you're saying to yourself, I've tried this before, I've tried marketing and it just doesn't work for me. Or maybe even you're thinking, well, it's easy for Sandra. It's easy for her to get up and say these things and talk about this because she's established. And I just want to call that one out in particular because A, I wasn't always established, right? Good marketing helped me get there. But also B, it's really easy sometimes to look at people who are where you want to be and think, well, it's just easier for them somehow. I know I used to think things like that before too. It's super common. And what I want you to know, if that little voice in your brain is telling you those things, or something similar, what you need to know is that that voice is not your intuition. That voice is something called the negativity bias, and it really is the thing that is standing between you and your success. It's also the biggest mindset block there is, and it is the thing that keeps so many photographers, honestly, so many humans just trapped, keeps you from moving forward. Now, the negativity bias is this sneaky little thing that our brain does that gives more weight to negative thoughts that we have or to fears that we have over positive ones. And that happens because our brains are wired to protect us. That is your brain just trying to keep you safe. So if your brain feels like something is uncertain or risky, like putting yourself out there by marketing your business or learning a new way to market yourself and your business. Your brain goes, oh my God, that feels scary. That's dangerous. How about we not do that? And it really is your brain trying to keep you safe by focusing on all of the things that could go wrong instead of focusing on what's possible. And it's especially strong when we are stepping outside of our comfort zones. So if you are learning something new, if you're investing time and money in education, or you're changing how you're doing something, that is usually when this negativity bias pops up. And I'm bringing it to your attention now because we've spent a lot of time in the last 2 days talking about probably some new concepts, bringing some things to your awareness. And then tomorrow we are going to move into talking about solutions. And I want you to come to that lesson tomorrow ready to embrace the possibilities. Now, your brain might try to tell you that marketing isn't going to work for you, or the way that I teach marketing, this modern marketing approach, the flywheel, that's just not going to work for you. But I really want you to know that it can, because it worked for me and I've seen it work for so many of the photographers that I mentor and I coach. So here's one example. This is Laura. She is a member of the Sandra Cohn certification program, and she joined up in May of 2023. And when she joined the program, she'd only been in business for about a year and honestly was really struggling with the words side of her marketing. She didn't know what to say. She didn't know how to write. She was unsure of what to put on her website or on her blog, on her social media. And mostly because she didn't like talking about herself. She didn't want to come across as pushy or salesy, right? Totally relatable. I have felt that way myself in the past before I learned how to do it. Well, fast forward to today, she's ranking on page one of Google, and really because she's learned the art of writing this kind of client-centered marketing copy that I was talking to you about yesterday. And she even told me that now she gets a little bit excited about marketing her business because she knows what to say, so it doesn't feel as scary, and she can see it working, and she feels like that's super motivating. And friends, I'm just bringing this up because I really want you to know that if she can do it, you can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it too, despite what negativity bias might be telling you. So, if you are hearing that voice of doubt in your head, what I want you to know is that it doesn't mean that you're not cut out for this. It just means that you're human, all right? What you're learning this week, all of it is based on years of real world experience, my own and that of the other photographers that I've taught and I've mentored inside of all of my programs. And every one of them, myself included, started somewhere. Most of them started with the same doubts that you're feeling right now. So again, if you're hearing that little voice of doubt, remember, it doesn't mean that you can't do this. It just means that your brain is doing what brains are supposed to do, and it's trying to keep you safe. Okay. Now, I'm going to be back tomorrow to talk about marketing solutions. We're going to get really into it tomorrow. But in the meantime, your homework is to practice a little bit of self care. So if negativity bias is showing up for you, I want you to look in the mirror or just say to yourself that this is hard because it's new, not because it's impossible. All right. And I will see you tomorrow.